During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news,
You're
guys.
hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
Lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking egg.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard and commence the jiggling. It's Thursday afternoon here in beautiful America, God's country. And, of course, this is Revenge of the Sis. Mike Shilley, Royce Lopez, kicking off your afternoons. Let's just steal it from, we're going to steal it from Mike David. Light afternoons.
Okay, well, I'll
Just,
tell
we're
you.
going to steal it straight from Red Bar. So, light afternoons, guys.
It's ours now. So I guess
What happened?
the biggest case...
Oh, this is a Chicago cop. Uh-oh. I
Yeah.
bet somebody got shot. You know how, like, every time somebody gets shot in Chicago, there's, like, a massive press conference about it? Is that what it is? No?
Well, let's check it out from this morning. Hey, what the fuck? Hold on, I'll get it.
Pause it while it was live?
Yeah.
Well, that would.
Well, I paused it when it was over, though. It's okay. It's right around... There we go.
Especially an African-American man used the...
Okay, got it. Carl Winslow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, Nakatomi Plaza was taken hostage. Several people were killed, including a coked-up stockbroker.
I had to go into witness protection after this. I moved in next to a very nerdy kid.
Also, a guy with rainbow-colored hair and a 69 tattoo on his face.
It's very weird.
I said, what are you doing in witness protection, bro?
By the way, notice they got the Butch Dyke cop also behind him because they wanted a black guy and they wanted a gay
I thought that was
person.
Hannah Gadsby.
Good morning, everyone.
I thought that was Nanette behind him.
Anna no, she has a tighter 5 than Anna does.
By the way, one of the funniest things I ever heard in my life was Nick Mullins said that Hannah Gadsby looks like the angry concrete block from Mario. Sorry, So off topic.
She does, though.
So does this lady.
The Womps.
Just like Hannah. Yeah, the Womps.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't remember what it's called. It's the angry concrete blocks from Mario. The Womps.
Everyone, before I get started on why we're here, you know, as I look out into the crowd, I just wish that the families of gun violence in this city got this much attention, because that's who really deserves the amount of attention.
Well, to be fair, maybe if you had less than 75 shootings an hour in Chicago, we might cover it more, Guy.
One shooting every hour and one homicide every 3 hours.
Yeah, so let's be fair, Guy. We don't have the resources to pay attention to all of your murders. Maybe, I don't know, ease up on the fucking gun restrictions. You'll have less murders. You'll have a shitload more justified shootings for a little while.
Yeah.
But then it'll quiet down.
Well, I mean, I think he was pointing out that the media's covering this more than actual real crime in Chicago, which I agree with.
I understand that.
I get the SJW messagey part is kind of shitty, but you know what I meant.
But my point is, when a guy is trying to start a race war in America, that's national news. Black people being shot in Chicago is Chicago news. You understand?
Right.
So you're getting national attention because your guy fucked up, one of your citizens, majorly. You know, I'm sure the people of the citizens of Austin, Texas, after all those mail package bombs that were getting mailed out, I'm sure they wanted to have a discussion about the poverty in Austin, Texas, but we didn't care about that. We cared about the dude mailing nail bombs.
And Lupe Fiasco could not be reached for comment.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Attention that we
He never gets anywhere on time because he skateboards everywhere in his 40s, so he never gets there, you know?
Yeah, he's always kicking and stepping.
Yeah, kick push, I believe.
Kicking and pushing.
Yes.
Sorry.
giving to this particular incident. So this morning, I come to you not only as the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department,
but neighbor to famous nerd Steve Urkel.
but also as a
I
black.
do not want people in America to be distracted by the fact that I have Nanette behind me and also Walter White from Breaking Bad. Do not pay attention to these facts, folks.
Man who spent his entire life living in the city of Chicago.
Man, you know, somebody pointed out this morning, but does that lesbian behind him have a thick neck? That is a thick neck lesbian.
It's like Beaker, dude. She really
She
does
does.
look like Hannah Gadsby. It's really bugging me now.
I know the racial divide that exists here. I know how hard
Look
it's
at her.
been
She's
for our
so
city.
angry. She just
She's
wants to
really
crush
mad.
Mario with her head.
She's really
with her
mad.
spiky blocked head.
Somebody, a super chat, just want to say hi, everyone. Thank you, Stefan. And then Condo Dory's Xanax Fund, $2.
City and our nation to come together. And I also know the disparities, and I know the history. This announcement today recognizes that Empire actor Jussie Smollett took advantage of the pain and anger of racism to promote his career.
Well, that's why he has Colin Flaherty behind
I'm
him.
left
Yes, that's why.
I guess I forgot to laugh.
hanging my head and asking why. Why would anyone, especially an African-American man, use the symbolism of a noose to make false accusations?
Because he wanted attention, because he wanted a raise. Like, we've already figured this out. I understand what you're trying to do, bro, but the facts came out very quick in this case. So now it's like, why would a black man use a noose as a symbol to get attention, dude? For the same reason everybody else does. For the same reason that if you know why he did it? Because if he fucking spray painted a Star of David on him, well, I guess in this case it would have made sense. He's half Jewish.
He's half Jewish.
But like,
he's a real Lenny Kravitz.
he really is a regular Lenny Kravitz. But you know, there are certain things that don't make any sense. I can't spray paint a Star of David on me and then be like, I got jumped. Why? Why did they spray paint a Star of David on you? The noose works, dude. Because, you know, get it? Black guy, nooses. That's why he did it. You fucking retard. Because he's not creative or good. That's why he did it. God damn.
The lesbian cop from Danny Saint looks like when Will Ferrell used to dress up as Janet Reno.
That's really what it is, though.
Yes.
That or John Goodman's Linda Tripp. But either way,
Yeah.
it's not an attractive look.
It's not a good look.
How could someone look at the hatred and suffering associated with that symbol and see an opportunity to manipulate that symbol to further his own public profile.
People do this literally all the time.
Mike was saying before the show that he's been sending that hate hoax, the Daily Caller hate hoax thing to everybody.
I posted in the comment section of everything now. It could be a key lime pie recipe, and I'm like, yeah, well, all the hate crimes are fake.
It's fucking very weird. Who's doing it on marriage proposals?
Exactly. Hey, guys, I got good news. Karen said yes. And we're thinking we're going to get married in the springtime. Yeah, but what about all these bullshit hate crime hoaxes, though? Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Also.
It's a beautiful ring.
Baby picture.
Yeah.
Somebody's baby being born. Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't grow up to be a hated minority in a country full of hate crime hoaxes.
Tommy's first steps. You know, the first step to stopping the racial divide is stopping all these hate crimes.
Oh, nice dog whistle. His first steps towards progress. Yeah, I get it. I know what you're doing.
Take this link.
You son of a bitch.
Control V, enter.
That's when you need to unplug from the internet for a while. You go, just give me a couple days. I need to stop going on fucking poll.
Oh, fuck.
How can an individual who's been embraced by the city of Chicago turn around and slap
Brooklyn
everyone?
Nine-Nine episode is so boring.
Fucking really. When's Andy Samberg going to do something? Oh, that's Andy Samberg behind him. So
He looks terrible.
it doesn't look good at all.
The city in the face by making these false claims. Bogus police reports cause real harm. They do harm to every legitimate victim who's in need of support by police.
You know how terrible your city has to be and how shitty your city has to be when you're a landmark city in America and they didn't even 9/11 you guys?
That's a good point. Because you guys are so in the middle of nowhere, and, you know, it's like,
No, I mean, one of the planes was like halfway to Chicago before it turned around and went back. It could have went to Chicago. It's just you guys murder each other in record numbers every day. Why bother?
And investigators, as well as the citizens of this city. Chicago hosts one of the largest pride parades in the world, and we're
What does that have to do with? Why is everything nowadays is like checklist of pandering? We love Jewish people and gay people in this city. We have the largest pride parade. And did I mention how much we love Jews? Man, we love Jews. And deep dish pizza. We get it, dude.
And here's the thing. This morning I watched this live. I was with him up until this point.
I like pickles on my hot dogs and Israel. Like, what?
We're proud.
First off, that's gross. Israel?
Of that as a police department and also as a city. We do not, nor will we ever tolerate hate in our city.
You tolerate it all the time. The gangs hate each other and they kill each other. And
There's one thing here in Chicago we do not tolerate. It is violent crime.
That's right.
We don't fuck around when it comes to violent crime here in Chicago.
Whether that
somebody comes and goes, "Hey, I'm sorry, Chief." Like, shit's shifted through paper. Whoa, seriously? Every 3 hours? Holy shit, we need to do something about it. Press conference is over. We got work to do. Holy shit.
hate is based on an individual's sexual orientation, race, or anything else. So I'm offended.
I like that he couldn't think of anything past too. Sexual orientation, race, or like whatever else.
Or recreational canoe making.
However, we will still allow people to commit violent hate crimes against people who stutter. 'Cause that shit is annoying and whack.
By what's happened, and I'm also angry. I love the city of Chicago.
We know.
And the Chicago Police Department, warts and all. But this publicity...
By warts, again, he means 685 homicides last year.
Also, we have a horrible HPV epidemic here in Chicago, so I literally meant warts and all. Literally and figuratively, warts and all. This guy's not very... Cops are never very smart. They have a
Was a-
cap. They have an
Yeah.
IQ cap. Nobody ever, they don't want a cop with over a 90 IQ. They're like, all right, you're going to start asking too many questions about why we're sodomizing this minority with a plunger. And we don't need people asking questions.
Scar that Chicago didn't earn and certainly didn't deserve. To make things worse, the accusations within this phony attack received national attention for weeks. Celebrities, news commentators, and even presidential candidates weighed in on something that was choreographed by an actor. First,
In fact, the citizens of Chicago were so heartbroken at these accusations that they almost couldn't murder each other for like an hour. And then they realized that, if we didn't go back to doing what we do best, which is murder one another, the terrorists win and Jussie Smollett wins. And we're not going to let that son of a bitch tear this city apart. Now, if you excuse me, we have bodies to scrape off the sidewalk with GSWs.
You know, Mike, I think it might be time to dust off the police cop sketch. I think we need a new one. We need to go after Jussie Smollett.
I think it should just be where we go and immediately get shot and killed.
I love it already.
As soon as we step off the plane. How did they get a gun in an airport? It's Chicago Airport. They're literally, you can buy them at the Hampton newsstand. It's right next to the USA Today. You get a Glock with a fucking, you get a high point pistol with the fucking serial numbers fucking filed off.
Yeah.
Next to the Newsweek and the Snapples.
Smollett attempted to gain attention by sending a false letter that relied on racial, homophobic, and political language.
And the
that
homophobic
didn't-
stuff was all right.
It was fun with
I'll
that.
admit that.
Work.
I have a gay son I haven't spoken to in years. So I understand that part.
Matthew Littlejohn says, we all knew it was fake when we heard about it, but we didn't know he would get caught. This is a good day. Thank you for the super chat, $20.
Yeah, it is a good day. It's
It
a good
is.
day for anybody who thinks that they can get away with this shit. They'll think twice about it. It's a good day for people like us that did not necessarily think we were going to get a win here. I know people that are like, but the damage has been done. Yeah, I get it, but we caught the guy. The damage could have been done, and we could have not caught the guy.
Right.
So he got caught. So this is a good day.
Smollett paid $3,500 to stage this attack and drag Chicago's
Those Nigerians
reputation.
flipped on him so fast.
$3,500 he paid, and I was going to say those guys, because here's what I read. They're not, as of right now, they're not pressing charges against the Nigerians. And you want to know why? Because this is my guess, and you know what this is. Listen, I understand he paid you money. How about this? Look, how about we don't press any charges, but give us all the info? Because they got him because of those guys.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So
And then they went, okay, Luke, the man gave me $3,500. Tell me, get somebody. We beat him up at night. You're like, all right, cool. And then just go rest.
and
the day, guys.
that's the cop. Wait till you hear the Nigerians
Why
talk.
are you gay?
And then they eat the poo-poo.
The man come to me. He say, I have a money, a television career. So I take money. We beat him. We say Trump, and now here we are.
Someone goes, is that a Jamaican Nigerian?
Oh, well, then you try it. You know, they're never satisfied.
Through the mud in the process. And why? This stunt was orchestrated by Smollett because he was dissatisfied with his salary.
It was all because he wasn't getting. You know how much he was getting?
Wouldn't you have lied about your fucking motivations?
Do you know how much he was getting paid per? Do you know how much?
$20,000 an episode.
No,
But that's, I heard it was.
it was $65,000 an episode. I just read it before the show. He was getting paid $65,000 an episode, not $20,000 an episode.
I was mad at 20.
Yeah, $65,000 an episode.
That's a good chunk of change, dude.
Yeah,
How many episodes a season? What do they probably do? 12?
I think 10.
10? So that's,
I think 10.
I mean, that's over $500,000.
That's a
to do a show. And by the way, that Empire, you think that show is filming all year? That's a quick bang of some money. You filming for what? A couple. And he wasn't
an A-list character.
Yeah, I know he was on the main cast, but he wasn't required to be there at every shoot either. You had a good gig, you fucking retard.
That's a lot of money. Now someone goes, good luck getting scale now.
So he concocted a story about being attacked. Now, our city has problems. We know that.
Yeah, your pizza's terrible.
We have problems that have affected people from all walks of life, and we know that. But to put the national spotlight on Chicago for something that is
For something else other than, again, the horrible, horrible murders.
I just want to get. I still just have this image in my mind of him go, we don't tolerate that sort of violent crime. Yes, Chief. We have the highest murder rate in the country. It's us in Baltimore.
How?
It's us in Baltimore. Basically, it's just us in Baltimore. It's just like, oh no, I've been lied to. I've been listening to I've been listening to the officers underneath me, and they have been telling me we've had no violent crimes, and I just believe them.
So then they brought this guy to kind of walk us through. Now I want to point something out. Remember yesterday when everybody was making fun of us of the Chicago accents? It sounded like Fargo.
Yeah, the one who tell you when he
Okay,
talks
guess
like
what?
this over there.
We want an apology. Wait till you hear this
I told
guy.
you guys.
Wait, we want an apology.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edward Wadnicki. I'm the commander of the Area Central Detective Division.
Thank you.
I'm here to answer questions.
Look, I'm here to answer any questions you might have about the gay black fella that, of course, embarrassed this entire city. And I'll tell you that right now.
So you see over here, you see Sharon behind me. She's a bull dyke, right? She saved my marriage.
And now I know what you're thinking. There's a lot of people with the press that are saying, as a gay black guy, he's going to have a great time in jail. But I can assure you that even the gays have a rough go of it once they get, drilled out like a stud in the wall to hang a painting.
And yes, we even brought out our Officer Down Syndrome Tyrion Lannister standing behind me with the mustache. He came out for this press conference as well.
Usually when I slap the cuffs on a black gay guy, I'm just overwhelmed with warmth and joy in my heart. But this time my joy was really diminished because of the black stain on our great city of Chicago. And I'm embarrassed for all of us.
By the way, this guy's my favorite guy on the planet. And then he really, the more he talks, the way more Chicago he gets. Watch.
Okay, the boss just corrected me. Please forgive me. I'm supposed to go through the timeline of our investigation. It's okay.
I love this guy, by the way.
So here's where we are. As you all know,
This gay black
on
guy.
the early morning
keep
of
saying that. Just keep saying. I want him to keep putting emphasis on gay and black.
The homosexual black.
I really can't stress enough how gay and black this guy was. What a danger.
I want to say it was exactly 50-50. He was as black as he was gay.
I always say these light-skinned ones are the ones you got to keep an eye on because they're more uppity.
Sharon knows what I'm talking about, right, Sharon?
Oh, fuck.
Looks back at the dyke cop. Right, hey, Sharon, tell him you're one of those homosexuals. Tell him we treat him well here.
Yeah, seriously. Stop looking like Nanette standing behind me like a fucking vulture.
Sharon and I both go to the same barber.
Yeah, Sharon gets her hair cut at the same place as that queer kid stuff person.
Sorry, come on, man. This is this is a real story.
Queer cop stuff.
Queer cop
You know,
stuff.
website called Queer Cop Stuff. It's all tactical gear, but like for fucking lesbos. Oh yeah, we got fucking.
Somebody this
we got
morning.
Kevlar, but we're room for you, big fat tits.
Somebody this morning said that she looks like she has a picture of Ronda Rousey in her locker.
Probably doing a kick, doing a high kick on a bag.
I tell you, she's great in wrestling and she's also great in the MMA.
I make special Kevlar vests just for lesbians that are made with extra room for your big fat lesbian art teacher tits and your extra flabs. Because we all know all lesbians are fat and gross.
Come on, back me up here, Sharon.
Please see Nanette now on Netflix. She's the one who looks like the angry block from Mario. All right, guys, come on.
Take this seriously.
Stay on topic. This is a serious issue. This guy's stoking the fires of hatred.
February 29th at 2 o'clock in the morning, Jussie Smollett reported that he was the victim of a hate crime. Detectives responded to the
Oh, by the way, real quick, just I want to address
Do we need that many cops here for this?
S rank in the chat goes, stop pausing, Jesus fuck. Hey, guess what? Beat it. Nobody cares. We're being funny. You could leave. We're having a good time. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not gonna not pause this so I can't. What, you want me to not do my lesbian fucking
Yeah, what do you
Kevlar
want?
vest
What do you?
bit?
Because that was a good bit.
You're a fucking retard.
Nobody else is doing that.
That was a funny thing, and you're, can we watch the press conference that's widely available everywhere, please?
This guy really does have an Ellen Page hairline, doesn't he?
This guy's acting, but that guy's acting like we're the only ones. We have the only copy of this video here in the studio.
Yeah.
And you're being deprived of watching a government civil press conference. Because, dude, it's not even an exciting crime. Like, a fucking if the top 2 levels of the Sears Tower blew up, I'd go, all right, shut up, let's listen. What are you talking about? Lesbian Kevlar vests is way more hilarious.
By the way, within a week, there'll be a new lesbian Kevlar vest in the chat room now. That's going to be a new name. Watch.
Extra room for the tits.
All right, let's Okay, let's do it.
Somebody said New York is gay Chicago. That's pretty funny. I'm from New York, and that's really funny.
Gay Chicago.
Oh, shit, that's funny. More like white Chicago.
Grateful Head says, Super Chats, you're getting a closer to our accent now. You'll get there. Okay, so I love that people from Chicago
Well, I
are
think
correcting
the
us.
more we put the emphasis on the gays and the
well,
blacks,
the homosexuals.
because they are the real problems. Let's be honest. This city 100 years ago had a lot less of both. And let's be honest. I said, let's be honest. Lindsay, relax.
Calm down, Sharon.
Don't file an HR report on me, okay, sweetheart? And I meant that. I say sweetheart to everyone. Relax, Lesbo.
But you know what? Knowing Chicago, she's probably ballbuster. She's
probably
fine
the
with
worst
it.
one of all of
Yeah,
it.
she is.
Yeah, you grabbed my cock the other day.
Yeah.
She's, you know what she is? She's like, remember the show Oz? Remember the really gross female CO that was like banging all the inmates and stuff and bullying everybody, but she would just change in the locker room with the dudes? That's who she reminds me of.
Ian says she looks like the receptionist in Monsters Inc. That's fucking
that's
funny.
very good.
Very good. OJ White Bronco. He was making that Sullivan's and Son money.
and interviewed him eventually at Northwestern Hospital, where he reported to us that the two offenders yelled racial and homophobic and political statements.
This guy doesn't know how to be PC, so his whole
brain is
you know how
shutting
he's
down.
struggling.
Yeah,
the homosexuals and the
two individuals who like it's everything with this guy. They were making homophobic remarks, or however you say it. I don't know. I don't have any gay people in my family. They beat that out of us at a very young age.
At him and beat him, put a noose around his neck, and threw bleach on him, and then fled from the area.
Now, personally, I thought this was hilarious. Okay, I was high-fiving people. I thought it was really funny. Back me up, Sharon.
Also, I mean, considering this guy was leaving a gay club, you would think when that smell hit his nose, he wouldn't have assumed it was bleach. Being a homosexual man and all. Fucking guy.
We learned at the time that Jussie was not hurt, other than scratches on his face.
All these cops
maybe some
here at this
bruising,
press
but no
conference, and somebody's net right now is getting shot.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point.
broken ribs or serious injuries. So we started a full-scale investigation into this hate crime, a very serious crime anywhere. We quickly found two persons of interest on video that we believed were the likely offenders in this case. We initially put out a seeking to identify, and we got this out in a community alert.
So we basically told the citizens of Chicago, keep an eye out for two black guys. I'm sure you'll find them. They'll turn up.
We then started searching the area for video cameras and witnesses that could help us with our investigation. During that time frame, we interviewed over 100 individuals in a canvass of the area and a follow-up canvass as our investigation expanded.
Skip ahead a little bit.
Pod cameras, our investment in a particular direction, and eventually got into a cab. Our investigators located that cab, interviewed the cab driver,
Now, we thought this was weird because it's 2019 and it wasn't an Uber. He got in an actual cab, so that raised some alarms around the station.
some video out of that cab. Followed that cab using all of these surveillance cameras that are located throughout the city, the pod cameras, to an area up on the north side where they abruptly stopped the cab, got out, and walked on foot. Again, the community came together to provide us with security footage from their private camera.
Oh, wait, way to call everybody snitches. So, look, he goes on until we all know what happened. I'm not going to play the whole fucking press conference. But he could face 1 to 3 years if convicted.
He'll do none of that.
You think so?
No, he's not going to do any time.
Yeah, but I mean, which sucks.
He's gonna, if he does time, he'll do time like a celebrity does time. He'll get booked in jail and they'll immediately let him go. You know how crowded the fucking jails are in Chicago? They're gonna book him. They're gonna sentence him to like 90 days or some shit, and then he's gonna go do like back when Steve-O got arrested when he was relapsing and going crazy. They threw him in jail for like a day, and then it was over. They let him go.
Wait, Steve-O did drugs?
He is like the weirdest fucking success story ever in the history of like drug and alcohol abuse. Like, there's nobody out there that's like, I can't get clean. And you're like, fucking Steve-O got clean.
Yeah.
Steve-O got clean. And now he's always hanging out in LA, and like TMZ always finds him and asks him about stuff, and he's always squeaky clean looking.
Yep.
And just like talking. And like
He's always talking about his dogs that he rescues.
yeah, and that's it. And everybody else from fucking Bam Margera's like fucking drinking himself into he looks like Phil Margera now. And they would go like, Steve-O, what do you think? You just never thought you'd see the day where Bam Margera still lives in Westchester, Pennsylvania,
Right.
and is drinking himself to death. And Steve-O's like, you just got to take up surfing, dude, or like yoga, and just try to work on yourself every day. And you're like, what the fuck happened to Steve-O? I remember the video where he's kicking in his neighbor's door and he's just throwing shit. Dude,
Yep.
I miss that Steve-O. We need to get him back on the
sauce.
back on the gas. Yeah.
So this was. Someone put a compilation of the media after when they first announced it.
Beaten with a noose around his neck and hospitalized. Empire star Jussie Smollett was the victim of a vicious, racist, and homophobic attack.
His attackers hurled racial and homophobic slurs.
Two people yelled racist and homophobic slurs.
Racial and homophobic slurs.
Not only homophobia, we're talking about racism. We're talking about hate with steroids.
They are looking for two suspects who were apparently wearing Make America Great Again hats.
The only thing I wish had happened is if they had erroneously found two white guys and had arrested them and done what they did to the Covington kids. I only wish that the whole press and all these people had made two white men's lives hell.
Right.
So that now the entire press would have two massive lawsuits on the horizon. Because this and the Sandman thing, and it's it.
The offenders uttered, "This is MAGA country."
The hate crime went down early this morning in Chicago.
Officials are investigating the alleged assault as a hate crime.
And now police say they're investigating this as a possible hate crime.
Anyone attacked in a hate crime like this is an outrage.
This is stomach-turning, mind-boggling information. It's out of
Matt
control.
Watson get on television. It's that same fake sincerity.
Yep.
It's so I can't even. By the way, did anybody ever really get that upset at this Jussie Smollett thing except political hacks?
No.
Because he wasn't even beaten up that badly,
No.
right?
He wasn't.
That was the other thing from day one that I was like, I don't buy this. Like, if you managed to get jumped by one of the 1,000 or so Nazis that still exist in America, they would have stomped the shit out of you until there was nothing left. He had like a little cut on his eye. He's like, he had a little Nelly Band-Aid. Like
Nelly
and
Band-Aid.
these people are like, this sickening attack. Like a sickening attack is like, You know what the news isn't covering right now? You know that there was a Honduran dude, this Honduran immigrant, illegal immigrant, with his Honduran illegal immigrant girlfriend. They were living in Seattle. This dude decapitated her with a fucking butcher knife, and the cops had to shoot him dead in the apartment. That's not in the news, though. Now, that is the kind of thing where I would act like this guy and go, that's fucking horrifying.
Right.
I saw the video on the page. This guy cut this chick's head off and then posted it to her, posted the picture of her headless, like the head, to her fucking Facebook profile. Like, it was all fucked up. But the news doesn't cover that, and that's a real thing that happened. But there's no way to make white people bad. So...
Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi tweeting the racist, homophobic attack on Jussie Smollett is an affront to our humanity.
And Senator Cory Booker said the vicious attack on actor Jussie was an attempted modern-day lynching.
Kamala Harris calling the attack an attempted modern-day lynching.
But I'm so shaken by the story. This is horrible to report. This is a horrible story. This is a horrible story.
Yeah. I mean, the circumstances are just horrific.
Horrendous and unacceptable.
Absolutely despicable.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe this is actually happening in 2019.
I have a valid
Because
question.
it wasn't happening.
Yeah, exactly. I have a valid question, though. And I already know the answer to it. But this guy's... Is anybody here going to lose their jobs? Anybody going to be embarrassed? Is anybody going to be taken to task over this? Or is this it? This is just...
I think, like you said, if he'll probably get probation. I'm trying to lean towards what you're saying. He'll probably get probation. He'll do this whole apology thing, and that's about it. I don't think that any news organization is going to retract anything. There's been a couple people in the news, like that SC Cup chick. She actually wrote a long thing saying, like, I was wrong, I made a mistake, and blah, 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 blah. But I don't know if... Well, no, Mike, have they ever gotten in trouble? I mean, look at Tawana Brawley thing. They hired Al Sharpton on MSNBC. They hired him.
Can I just continue to list even more win that's happening?
Sure.
Because we're winning hard this year. I think we can all agree. Mm-hmm. It has been so far, 2019's been pretty awesome. Federal judge in Miami just ruled federal prosecutors, including current Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta, broke federal law when they signed a plea agreement with politically connected financier Jeffrey Epstein. Without notifying victims. They're going to reopen the Epstein case, dog.
Are you serious?
They're reopening the Epstein case, dog.
Ruh-roh.
So I'm just saying, between that and this, like, there's a
lot
but
no prominent politicians ever did anything with Epstein that would have been questionable, so it'll be fine.
It's like literally every politician. And sadly enough, including, I got to be completely honest here, Trump's been on that plane too.
Yeah.
Was he banging kids? Maybe not. I'm pretty sure that not every plane ride and visit to Epstein Island was just a kid fuck extravaganza.
Right.
But, you got to be real. All those dudes have been on those flights. And including Oscar award-winning actor Chris Tucker.
Really?
Yes.
I kept walking, and then I heard...
So check this out.
So I turned around, and I said, did you just say to me? And then I see the attacker masked, and he said, this MAGA country punches me right in the face. I punched his ass back. And then we started tussling. It was very icy. And we ended up tussling by the stairs.
From a phone booth in Chicago, Jussie called at 5 a.m. to say he had been beaten by two white men.
Who made this? Because this is very funny.
This El Gringo, which is Spanish for the Gringo.
Ah, good. Thank you for filling in.
No problem.
Also, his story that never made sense to me. Like, this dude said, this is MAGA country, nigger, and then he punched me.
Yeah.
And then he stood there and waited for me to punch him back. That's not how
No, that's not how it works.
That's never how a fight has happened in my life, where you just punch me and then I go, yeah, and then I punched him back. No, you usually punch somebody and immediately continue punching them so that they can't punch you. This whole thing, God, I hate him.
They both were wearing ski masks and a couple of MAGA caps.
MAGA.
I know they weren't from Mexico. Latinos do not kiss like that. They drink tequila and make some burritos with 12-day-old meat. No, the Mexicans did not do this. I swear it was two big, dirty-ass honkies.
And I look down and I see that there's a rope around my neck, which I hadn't noticed it before. No, because it was so fast.
Jussie, paint your picture about you beating in the street. If I paint you a picture, they both will look like me. I told you all about those races with a noose and a bottle of bleach. Oh, Jussie, we can always tell when you're lying through your teeth. Oh, Jussie, there will always need
So Jussie
actors.
Smollett, Jeffrey Epstein, Candace Owens is getting she's going to get whacked from Turning Point, which is another awesome thing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we didn't even talk about it on the show.
Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
The entire internet's turning on this Matt Watson guy. And, bonus, I'm happy to announce, as of today, the mayor of Tampa, Bob Buckhorn, had his Twitter account hacked.
And what happened?
They changed his name to Bob Cuckhorn and put a clown wig, put a rainbow colored, like the fan clown wigs. Yeah. They put the rainbow clown wig.
You guys,
on a Pepe.
Some people work hard for jokes, and sometimes the simple things.
It's beautiful. It was so elegant. Changed his name to Bob Cuckhorn. Changed his cover photo to Anime Girls. And then changed his avatar to a Pepe wearing
I'm grabbing it.
rainbow-colored clown wig. So he's doing great.
Oh no, that's the wrong. Hold on, that was the wrong phone. That's what we're gonna get into next.
Yeah, it's not a good time to be a Florida mayor today.
Okay, hold on. Let's see here.
They changed it to Bob Cuckhorn. It's a good time.
All right. So it's fucking great. All right. This is the other thing that I had just put up. Well, let's play it. Let's play it. By the way, this is definitely Florida.
Another mayor who is very close to Tampa, right next to it, actually.
Port Richey.
And it is a bizarre breaking news scene in Port Richey where authorities arrested the city's mayor and even stranger, somebody fired shots at them during the arrest.
Behind us is new video from Action Air 1 over the mayor's home. ABC Action News reporter Julie Salomone just arriving there minutes ago. Let's go right to her. And Julie, do we know what charge the mayor is facing?
Well, right now he's facing a charge of practicing medicine without a license. Pasco County deputies served a search warrant at that home down the street here earlier this morning, and that's when they say shots were fired. Now, Action Air 1 flew over the scene earlier this morning in Port.
Whoa. Okay, look, I understand practicing medicine without a license. It sucks, but it's not that bad.
Yeah,
when
it comes to sentencing and stuff, at the end of the day, they're going to really look into what kind of medicine.
You were doing, yeah.
Like if you're giving out, crates of pain pills, you're probably getting deep shit. If you're doing surgery, you're probably getting deep shit. But it really depends on what he was doing.
Right.
But yeah, he decided, I'm going out like a champ. I'm going to shoot at the cops, allegedly.
Port Richey. Around 4:40 this morning, Pasco SWAT members entered the mayor's house on Hayward Lane in Port Richey. Shots were fired at SWAT members, but deputies did not return fire. FDLE would not confirm who fired shots.
Imagine if that wasn't the mayor.
Dude,
could you imagine if that wasn't Mayor McWhite guy?
Dead. Now, there's a couple things that I want to understand first. I want to give the benefit of the doubt here, okay? And this is the only thing that I say. They said they served a warrant. My question is, and they haven't specified, was it a no-knock warrant? Because if it's a no-knock warrant, if they break your door down, and you shoot at them, a lot of the times you get off on that because they didn't announce themselves they were police officers, or you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what happened, but I just want to say that we have even talked about stories on this show where somebody, a no-knock warrant, a wrong house, and the cops get shot at.
Yeah.
You know,
honestly,
It does make it does kind of make a difference. In Florida, to stand your ground state, it does kind of make a difference.
And I'm sorry, but I have to say this, and I know this is going to be a statement that I catch shit for. I honestly don't really feel that bad when cops get shot during no-knock warrants. I'm sorry, but you take a no-knock warrant in bullshit cases like these, where you could probably have called the guy and gotten an attorney, and he would have been like, I can't go anywhere. I'm going to have to turn myself
There
in.
was the one in Missouri, man. I think it was Missouri, I believe, where they no-knocked warrant this guy's house. Now, the guy had a legal AK. He had an illegal gun.
I remember this. Didn't he shoot?
Yeah, and then he shot through the door, and one of the cops died. Now, this guy's going to be charged for murder, but again, oh, by the way, the reason they broke into his house because a confidential informant told them. And
that's my problem.
It was over $40 worth of weed. They thought he was a weed dealer. They broke into his house, right? And it turns out he didn't have any drugs there. And they only got him on, get this charge, that besides, because they got him because he had a scale and like other paraphernalia. That's it.
But you can't.
And now somebody's
charge stick unless there's drugs in the house.
I know. And now somebody is dead because of it. And I had somebody tell me, because somebody goes, he was my friend. It turned out on my Facebook, he was my friend and he got shot. I do feel bad that the cop got shot because, look, I understand what you're saying. I feel bad for the cops because they have to follow orders, right? If your fucking superior tells you this is what you're doing it. However, because of this now in that case, they're re-looking at these no-knock warrants.
They just had another one now recently that just happened, where I don't think anybody, I don't think any cops got killed, but they accidentally killed some other guy.
Right.
And now they have to look into this because it was another bad tip, and they killed somebody. So look, man, if you guys are not going to do your due diligence and you're going to take shitty tips and you're not going to actually follow them through and do no-knock warrants, I kind of get less sad when cops get killed in these situations because, like, look, man, do your fucking research. Now, I am obviously not don't compare this to a no-knock warrant on like okay, we've got this guy. We had eyes on him. He went into this house. There's no way, you know what I mean? There's nobody else in there. Go kick the fucking windows in like the end of Christmas Vacation and grab this dude. But like a lot of times, like Royce said, it's always like some guy who got ripped off on a bag of weed. And he just goes to the cops and he's like, that guy's a major drug dealer and he shot some guy. And then they'll just come and remember they killed, this was a long time ago in New York. This was a long time, my early 20s. There was a famous story in New York City where they killed some old woman who was in her apartment, some old black lady that was like just living in her apartment, watching the TV all day. And they fucking killed her with a flashbang. She was so old, they threw a flashbang in her fucking apartment.
If that'll fuck you up.
And then, that'll kill a young person.
Yeah.
If it's in a closed space like that. So, yeah, she died. And, the cops were like, yeah, I guess we got a bum tip. What are you going to do? We thought she was a drug dealer. And nobody, they sued the city and got some money. But, like, this lady's dead. This old lady's just sitting there watching fucking Price is Right. And you murdered her. And we don't want to change policy at all?
No, that's a good point because a lot of these things are just confidential informants saying something. And judges now will just sign a no-knock plea. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Depending on the town, too. A lot of the judges, yeah, whatever, here, do whatever you want. The problem is that a lot of these things, and by the way, I don't know what happened. We don't even know. This might have been just a warrant that they served at the door. This mayor might be fucking nuts and crazy. I just bring that up because I kind of wanted to. There is an inherent difference. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Again, I have no problem with a no-knock warrant when they're like, we have a convicted rapist murderer who escaped from prison.
Right.
We have followed him to this house.
Correct.
Blow the house up and reimburse the citizens later. I don't care, but like. That's fine, but when you're just killing old black ladies in the Bronx with flashbangs while they're asleep, maybe we need to rethink our policies a little bit.
Is this it? Oh, I think somebody, the one I was talking about, somebody sent it to me. Hold on. Let me click here. Is this one it? Deadly raid leads to change a no-knock warrant. Yeah, this is the one. Sorry, I said Missouri. It was Houston, Texas. The death of Dennis and Roggy Turtle as part of a disastrous no-knock warrant has brought on one major policy shift in the Houston Police Department. I'm 99% sure that I am not going to be using it. Chief Art advocated if there's a specific case, it would have to come through my office. The chief made an announcement during a loud community town hall night, pointing out the reasoning behind the no-knock raids to prevent suspects from flushing drugs down the toilet. Just doesn't make sense. In the amount of dope somebody has is so little, someone is going to flush it. You don't have much of a case to start with, Avquero said. And if they're so dangerous, why not wait until they come out of the house? We don't know how many no-knock raids the department authorized last year, but well-known defense attorney Kent Schaefer welcomes the policy shift. He also hopes search warrants get more scrutiny. Now, it's going to cause prosecutors and judges to look more carefully at the search warrants when a defendant comes and says, that never happened, that wasn't me. I think people are going to pay more attention. Unfortunately, it came too late for Elizabeth Gonsonulo and her family in 2013. Houston police conducted a no-knock raid into her house, led by Officer Gerald Goins. The same officer involved in the Hardin Street raid. During the March 19th raid, her son George Bernard was shot. All of a sudden, they just busted into the door, and George got up and went to get water, and they shot him. Bernard lived in Bernard lived, but lost most of his fingers and toes. Now ABC 13 has uncovered new information. The search warrant that led to the raid, it was signed by Goins, and the target of the raid was Dominic Bernard, not George Dominic. Is George's older brother, and he didn't even live in that home. Just because you have the same last name doesn't mean they have the right to shoot you. Former Judge Mark Carter, who spent 15 years on the bench in Harris County, said these recent developments have made me think about the hundreds of warrants he signed during his judicial career. If there's police officers that are dishonest, there's no way I'm going to know whether or not they're dishonest, said Carter, who is now a defense attorney. Because he's taken an oath, he's swearing the information he's providing is true. This is a perfect example of why they should have body cameras. You know, like my wife, if you don't have anything to hide, why is the camera a problem? So, yeah, I think that's the one I was talking about. All right, sorry, let's finish it to the Port Richey one.
Pasco SWAT members entered the mayor's house on Hayward Lane in Port Richey. Shots were fired at SWAT members, but deputies did not return fire. FDLE would not confirm who fired shots, but said they arrested Dale Masad, the 68-year-old mayor, for practicing medicine without a license. This was part of a 4-month-long investigation. FDLE says he had patients coming to his home. He performed medical procedures that required at least one person who needed to go to the hospital. This is still a very active scene out here. Police are still working this investigation. There is an 11:30 press conference where we hope to learn.
So, apparently, let's see here. Yeah, that's pretty much all the information that we have right now. Again, you know, people make a big to mayor, but you know, honestly, in these towns like this, becoming a mayor is pretty easy. Any fucking crazy
especially
person.
in Florida, small towns.
Any crazy person.
The guy, remember the guy that claimed that like Obama smoked crack with him and tried to suck his dick in a limo? Remember that guy?
Oh yeah, that dude.
He lives in Florida now, and he recently ran as the mayor of. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong on this, but I think it was Cocoa Beach, or it was one of those areas where it's
sounds about right.
Where it's about 300 retirees that live there, and you could actually become mayor if you just get like enough people down who hang out at the Dunkin' Donuts in the morning and get coffee on your side. You can take a whole town. But the guy who's like, Obama tried to suck my dick and smoke crack with me, that guy was running.
We have a super chat. Matt Mess says, Queer Gear, the premier lesbian Kevlar vest company, and Ian Alridge, 500 pounds of Nigerian muscle for Trump. Zen Rhino with his Streamlabs. Thank you for doing God's work. Thank you, Zen Rhino. And we got a Love is a 4-letter word, $20 Streamlabs. That's very nice. Season 1, Episode 1 of Empire was shot January 2015. As of December 2018, there have been 75 episodes shot at $65,000. That's $4.8 million, which is an average of $101,000 a month. Jesus Christ, thank you, but you're also kind of autistic.
And by the way, love is a 4-letter word. Like, I get it, but I mean, how do you live on less than $4 million?
Yeah, can you imagine living on less than $4 million?
I can't imagine the squalor you must live in.
It's gross.
If you're not sitting on like at least $4 million.
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett had to do what he had to do. You have to do something as a gay black man to get ahead in America in 2019 is fucking impossible.
Billy Knight says our mayor got elected by being the only person who put his name on the ballot. Yeah, exactly. There's cities that are like that.
Yeah, I don't want that job. Fuck that.
So this was at Berkeley. There was a kid from Turning Point there. Now this is where all the videos I've seen start. Okay, so the kid wearing a hat, wearing the backwards white hat, is the Turning Point kid. You can tell he's wearing a suit jacket. He's a Turning Point kid, and then the one on the right is with the black shirt is some SJW dude, from what I'm hearing. So let's play the video. He pushes him.
Jesus Christ.
Pushes him, takes his jacket, punches him.
What?
The guy picks up his hat. Gets in his face. You racist motherfucker, you racist piece of shit.
Oh!
And then he punches him. So I'm going to crank up the audio a bit because it's hard to hear, okay? I'm going to crank up the audio. Let's play this again.
Whoa, that was out of line.
Yeah. So I'm going to crank up the audio. It's going to be really loud for a second.
Jesus Christ. What?
Reasonable.
He's saying fucker. Put your hands on me again, motherfucker, you racist little piece of shit.
You're putting hands on people, sir.
You're the one being crazy.
You're putting hands on people.
That right there, dude. That's was
a punch, by the way.
fucking uncalled for.
That's a punch, by the way.
Oh, shit.
How do they get away with this shit is what I want to know.
Berkeley.
I don't care, though.
I know you don't care. But I'm saying, I'm giving you the answer to your question because it's Berkeley. And they get away with whatever they want there as long as you're going after a Turning Point member.
Berkeley needs to be glassed.
It is one of the grossest things.
Like all of California needs to be glassed. And I know every time I say that, we have people that we love and care about in California that always go, but what about me? I'm sorry, but you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. And you are the eggs in this analogy. Really, I'm sorry. I'll say goodbye to 10 friends to lose California and all their horrible values.
Bye, California.
And everything they do to us. No offense. You will be remembered, and you'll be we'll remember you fondly. But yeah, that whole state's got to go. Somebody said, "What about Kim Sorgente?" They're raped. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Speaking of Turning Point,
oh man, Charlie Kirk's chocolate treat is in trouble.
So yeah, there's been because each of the colleges have their own Turning Point little
chapters.
3 chapters have written a letter asking for her to step down.
From what though? What is she?
Well, she's
like that's the thing. She never had a thing.
She was
spokesperson.
But that's hold on. She
so weird. Turning Point. How you guys fucking took this hot black chick because you just needed a based black girl and you didn't do any examination of her values, of where she came from, of the doxing website that she ran, of the harassment campaign, the lies she told the media in the past. You were willing to overlook all of these horrible things she did last year as a leftist because she's based. Now, you deserve this, Turning Point. You deserve this. I hope Charlie Kirk refuses to let her go, and I hope there's a Turning Point civil war, and I hope you people eat each other.
Turning Point USA's students call on Candace Owen to step down. Here, let's get a pretty better picture.
That's not as good of a picture.
3 chapters of campus conservatives group Turning Point USA on Thursday denounced prominent pro-Trump activist Candace Owens, calling on her to step down from her high-ranking communication position in the group. In a statement endorsed by TP USA chapters of University of Nebraska, Bowling Green, and University of Colorado, college activists said the group's leaders has thus far ignored the concerns about Owen. It seems a controversy was surrounding Candace. It seems that controversy has always surrounded Candace Owens, the statement read.
She's a piece of shit. I don't know if you know this. And again, everybody in the chat saying, oh, yeah, she's cute, though. Don't get me wrong. I would fuck her all night until there was a puddle in the bed. That's not the point. here. The point is, she's a horrendous person, and I would fuck her all night, and the morning after when she said, am I a spokesperson for ROTC Media now? I'd go, oh, no, not at all.
And, of course, they're responding to this. Turning Points USA's Candace Owen says Hitler's nationalism was okay in a cringeworthy appearance. The conservative group's UK branch is having a completely normal one. It has been a rough week for this new branch of the Turning Point USA. Last week, the pro-Trump nonprofit unveiled its first overseas chat, blah, 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 blah. So basically, long story short, she said, the only mistake Hitler did was leaving Germany. Everything else he did was dope. So, and look, she's not 100% wrong, but you can't be the head of Turning Point and say that. You know what I mean? You know, you could be us shit posters and say that, but you can't be, you know, they're lynching us, everything. This is the real lynchings all the time and going out there. We've been calling it since the very beginning that Candace Owens is a leftist pretending to be something she's not.
She's literally just a kite. She is a kite. I said kite.
I know.
Just sort of floating in the wind.
I thought he said kike. That would have been terrible. Sorry, go ahead.
That's a hard K. That'll get us. That'll get us. Yeah, go easy with the hard Ks.
Okay.
But yeah, she literally just floats like wherever the current takes her and whatever like she thinks will give her the most speaking engagement money. Her eyebrows aren't on fleek, though. Can I correct one of our... They are. You've seen it. They were...
No, I'm not saying her eyebrows aren't on fleek. You seem to be going back and forth between what a piece of shit she is, but how hot she is.
Yeah, most pretty women are absolute pieces of human shit. Like, there's data, there's hard data to back that fact up. If you're attractive, generally speaking, you don't have to develop any sort of original personality or endearing traits. So you just are a piece of shit. But I would. What was the quote from It's Always Sunny? And then you said you'd, quote, rape him until the room stinks. That's what I would do. Also, I want to correct CIA Bog, who said, why do all Owens suck? And to you, I say, sir, Owen Schroyer and Owen Hart. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. They don't all suck.
We got a couple super chats here. AG Luck, of course, subscribe to AG Luck. Yeah, and what are you going to do about it? All the food and the central produces you eat. Good luck. Glass us, and you die too, whoosh.
You think all our food comes from California? Nigga, you think I eat avocados? Suck a dick. You know how little food comes from California? You understand we have to pump all that water into your shit state so you have water to irrigate your crops? We'll cut off your water. You won't eat either. I could eat potatoes, dude. Don't worry. We'll keep Idaho. There's plenty of fucking beautiful land we'll get food from. I don't need your fucking, I don't even get guacamole on things.
I love Mike's counter argument is, I don't even get guacamole on things.
Yeah.
Checkmate,
Yeah,
California.
exactly, dude. I eat Doritos, nigga. They don't come from fucking California.
Filipino Shay, can we deploy a team to get Frank out of California first? Just Frank. AG can stay and eat vegetables like a faggot. Fucking.
I mean, that's...
And then Matt Mess says, R.I.P. Owen for $2. Thank you. We appreciate it. We do got to go to break. We went a little late first hour, which makes the second hour even easier. If you want to help us out, guys, and help yourself out when you're surfing the internet, go to revengeofthesis.com/XPN. That's pro XPN. Get yourself protected on the internet, and we get a little piece of any sales they get. Also, we would like to remind you guys that shop on Amazon. If you go to revengeofthesis.com/donate, there's an Amazon banner. Turn your ad blocker off. If you click that, you go to Amazon, you buy whatever you want, and we get a little taste. And that costs you nothing.
We Opie now.
A little taste. Fucking heaters.
A little taste, and I cut out Jimmy and Ant.
We always appreciate new patrons. No, patreon.com/we're not sorry. Go there, sign up. There's really low tier levels and higher. You guys make it all possible. You really do. You know, when the dark days come ahead, we want to be prepared, and we have a good fan base that supports us. We will be back in 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sis.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sis. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, Their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk long. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mercer are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Dilley.
Make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity, containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am the thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
What is your return policy there?
30 days, no charge.
Ooh, 30 days. Sounds fair. My goodness, Dennis, this feels good. Feels good in my hands. Oh, good, my kids are safe.
I saved everyone!
Yeah, my yard's protected.
So, of course it feels good, but that only proves our point even more. We'll take 2 of these,
Yeah.
Gunther.
Great.
I'll need your licenses for the background check.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can drive, you can kill.
Oh, Christ, look at this.
That was fast.
You've been denied.
That's ludicrous. Why?
It says here you have an extensive history of felonious behavior.
There have been incidents, sure, yeah, a few minor indiscretions, but, you know, I'm simply a person of interest in most of those cases, all right? And being wanted for questioning are very, very, very different things, Gunther.
And you've been institutionalized.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, one time, for a short period of time, that was against my will. That doesn't even really count.
It's the only time it counts, Dee.
Okay, look, it was like a teeny thing that happened with a college roommate. It was really no big deal.
It says here you burned her.
I burned her, yeah, I burned her. But she was so annoying. I mean, she deserved it, okay? She was wearing my stuff, and she was copying me, and...
You were copying her.
I was copying her, she was copying me. It doesn't matter.
Look, I'm sorry, but I can't sell you the guns.
Oh, well, look at you. Oh, Gunther, the morality king. Hi, I'm Gunther. I've never lit anybody on fire before. You know, you light one bitch on fire and everybody freaks out. Oh, you son of a bitch. It was one time and one thing.
Relax,
I just...
Second hour. Revenge of the Sis Thursday show. One more day till Friday. We will all soldier on together, folks. Or leave. I don't care.
Can we agree that Roger Stone's retarded?
Yeah, Roger Stone's a big fucking idiot. I agree 100%.
What happened to him, dude?
I don't understand.
He was on top of the world like 4 years ago. He was the guy.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Mueller did kind of fuck him over for no reason.
I get that, but come on, man. Roger Stone's been a fucking mess for 2 years now.
Yeah.
It didn't have fuck all to do with Mueller. I mean, I get it. That's part of it. But, you know, stop acting like every Roger... Like, you saw what he did on Instagram now? He's in trouble for?
No.
He fucking posted a picture on his Instagram a few days ago of the judge in his trial with a fucking target over him.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about that. Yes. What a lunatic.
He's a fucking idiot, dude.
Billy Knight's super chat. Candace Owen is what you get when you reinstall Republican software on an SJW NPC hardware. Nerdy reference, but I like it. Yeah. And then AG Luck, $4.99. Frito-Lay Pepsi, who owns Doritos, is out in California. Whoosh. So good luck still. Yeah, whoosh.
I love the whoosh meme now.
By the way, can I say, because it reminded me, last night, that little Discord thing that we did was a lot of fun. Doing that night wave with Porcelain and Luck and Braunheiser.
I want to start doing that on Wednesdays. So, like, after he does Hippo Juice, I might do it at, like, 11 and just do it into the morning hours. But we might do what I'm calling the shill stream.
I like it.
It's just where people can come and we'll mix up who's on it, obviously, every week. And then we'll just, like, have people shill their stuff in our community.
That was fun. I had a good
fun.
Time.
We fucking do. We gave a beating to that Matt Watson guy. If
that video's up.
Yeah, if you go to my channel later, you'll see I uploaded the us making fun of doing the Matt Watson jackass bit, which I thought was one of the better bits we've done in a while.
That was fucking so much fun.
I'm gonna rape a child in Ape's bedroom. She's gonna fucking lose her mind, man. It's literally every jackass segment was just.
Let's see. Yeah, here I'm gonna post the link.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is capital sexual felony.
I'll post a link here to the Nightwave thing. Everyone check it out. After the show, of course, we're still doing a show here. And
Braunheiser's reaction, I think, was my favorite part of that entire segment last night because he hadn't seen the old videos. And he hadn't really, I don't think he even noticed the girl the first playthrough.
And then, when you played it again,
time, he's like, oh no. Oh, that's not good. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Filipino.
You see a girl in a backpack in the afternoon, never say hi to them. Don't even make eye contact.
Filipino share with a super chat. Can we just nuke H.E. Luck and leave California in place? Look, hey, that's compromise.
Wow. You guys
that's compromise.
You're going hard on H.E. Luck. And I think that deploying a tactical nuclear weapon to kill one guy is
awesome.
It is awesome.
Breathtaking.
It is
American
awesome,
as fuck.
But I don't think it's a good long-term plan. Although the good news is I believe the jet stream does go east to west, right?
Yes, so it would go out to...
imagine poor Japan getting another
and
cloud
Hawaii.
of radiation.
And Hawaii would be ruined.
But it would just eventually float over, and Japan would be like, "Oh, come on!" Everything's radiated.
All right, let's move on here.
Yeah, we'll move on. We'll do whatever you want.
Sure, we will. You're gonna like this, a new Dusty Bogan video, and he's doing it with one of his mates. So let's check this out. Dusty Bogan.
Black lungs.
Yeah, good mate.
And this is your new postie bike.
Yeah.
Loving life, eh?
Metallica, the Sandman.
Oh my God, Dusty's friend might be better than he is.
Nobody's better than Dusty, but
dude,
he's I like him.
Look at this guy's face.
And this is your new postie bike.
Yeah.
Loving life, eh?
Metallica, the Sandman. The demon's back.
The red demon riding around the sand. Fuck yeah. Go for a chop.
They live directly under power lines.
This is my bike. This is Dusty's bike.
I love Dusty, man.
He's my favorite.
He just doesn't give a fuck. He shows you. He shows you what's up in his life, dude. He don't give a fuck.
This is Dusty's bike.
Electric. Look, turn it on. Bang.
Bang.
There's no juice left. Nah, no juice. I have to pedal home. Here he comes.
And his battery's dead, so he has to pedal home.
When you pedal, it charges up anyway.
This guy. Yeah!
Give us a crack.
Yeah, go hard, but...
Yeah, sick. Riding on the sand. First crack.
Dusty's gonna give it a run.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My nigga.
Yeah!
Dusty even rides the guy's bike politely.
I love
you see how
Dusty.
You see how politely he just rode somebody else's motorbike?
Monteval, give it a crack.
But he didn't even take off. He just was like, this is nice. It's nice to ride your motorcycle. Thank you, friend. And you're like, wow, look at that. Look at that. Two people consensually enjoying each other's bikes without any sort of abuse of property.
So
I want to go live out there in the middle of nowhere with Dusty.
So you remember this guy because he's up in the news again. You remember this guy, Richard Painter, the dumpster fire act?
It's a dumpster fire.
Well, just a quick update for people that don't know. This is Richard Painter. This was his ad.
Some people see a dumpster fire and do nothing but watch the spectacle. Some are too scared to face the danger, or they think it will benefit them if they just let it keep on burning. Others shrug and say, "Oh, all this talk of a
Aaron Eckhart looks like shit." What happened to him?
It's like mutant Mike Pence.
He looks like this guy looks like he looks like the congressman from the X-Men movies that kept trying to get them in trouble. The one that they turned into goo.
He looks like him while the guy was turning into goo at the end.
Exactly.
It's just fake news. There is an inferno raging in Washington. But here in the land of 10,000 lakes, we know how to put out a fire.
I am Richard Painter, and I approve of this message.
So
it's a dumpster fire.
He's in the news. He's in the news. Yesterday.
All publicists have the same strategy. First, you do 60 Minutes when you're selling a book, and then you go on The View to talk about what you said on 60 Minutes. You saw that happen with the former FBI director, and now you're watching with his deputy, Andrew McCabe. He was on 60 Minutes the other day, and now he's taking a victory lap around America's media landscape. And predictably, he was on The View today to justify the DOJ's plan to spy on, undermine, and perhaps overthrow the elected president of the United States. Here's part of it.
You understand how far we had been pushed to even have a conversation that included those statements. We were all operating under incredible stress. We were all...
Remember, said that he would wear a wire to the president of the United States because Rosenstein said he would wear a wire because he's never, and I quote, they never check me, so I could go in there with a wire. It's no problem.
Grappling with this idea that we have a president who we think may have committed obstruction of justice, who we think may in fact be a threat to national security. What do we do in this circumstance?
This is still, like, to me, to this day, the most stunningly out of line FBI I've ever seen in my life.
Ever.
Like,
Absolutely.
They're so wildly out of control that it's like, what do you, like, you would be arrested for this at this point in earlier years.
Because Russia! One man who likes the sound of that idea is University of Minnesota law professor and dumpster fire expert Richard Painter. He has endorsed the idea of having the cabinet invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the president. Richard Painter joins us now. Professor, thanks very much for coming on. Good to see you tonight.
He's so polite before he's about to go in. Tucker. Thanks so much for coming on.
Tucker's like Manny Pacquiao shaking a hand and hugging somebody before he's about to murder you with his fists.
So how exactly would this work? It's obviously never been attempted. This is not the kind of scenario it was designed for. But in your mind, how would they remove the president? By force? With firearms? Nets? I mean, how would this play out, practically speaking?
Well, first, Tucker, I want to tell you you're wearing a great tie tonight. I love you having the University of Minnesota colors there.
In your honor.
I've talked about the 25th Amendment a number of times with respect to this president. It was put into the Constitution late 1960s to address a situation in which the president is physically or mentally incapacitated, unable to carry out his duties in office.
No, I mean, we know it. I mean, we're not law professors.
Did you see the guy that recorded the interview with Tucker Carlson? The guy that recorded the interview with Tucker Carlson and caught Tucker Carlson cursing or whatever. Did you see this?
No.
The bandwagon. You're all like, oh, I'm against a globalist elite, blah, blah, blah. It's not very convincing, to be honest.
Why don't you go yourself, you tiny brain, and I hope this gets picked up, because you're a moron. I tried to give you a hearing, but you were too annoying for me.
You can't. And by the way, they never aired this interview because obviously the cursing and whatever. But this guy recorded on his end, so we'll play it again real quick just so we can see it.
Bandwagon. You're all like, oh, I'm against a globalist elite, blah, blah, blah. It's not very convincing, to be honest.
Why don't you go yourself, you tiny brain, and I hope this gets picked up, because you're a moron. I tried to give you a hearing, but you were too annoying for me.
You can't handle the criticism, can you?
So that guy recorded it. This is Tucker apologizing.
Business Insider reports that.
Oh my God! God damn it! I want to get at the actual clip. He apologized, but you have to see.
Tucker Carlson was reported to be stealing and saying bad words.
Here, I'll find it.
I don't care. I like to see that side of Tuck. Doesn't make me like him any less.
No. I know, but the way you got to see the way he apologized. Is this it?
You jumped the bandwagon. You're all like, oh, I'm against a globalist elite, blah, blah, blah. It's not very convincing, to be honest.
Well, okay. Somebody find me the apology and post it in there. The apology was to a kin of like, there was an unaired interview because, sometimes we don't air interviews if the interview schedule, whatever. And he goes, I said some things to him, and I want to apologize for being vulgar. However, I absolutely meant everything I said, like something to that level. Like Tucker didn't give a fuck. He leaned into it.
Good.
Tucker leaned into it.
Because he didn't do anything wrong. It's not like they caught him on tape saying, like, yeah, I like to rape kids or something where his career is over. He's going, no, I don't like you, you smug fuck. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with going, hey, fucko, I brought you on my show. I'm fucking helping you out.
Yeah.
How about you show some goddamn respect? There's nothing wrong. That's just Tucker being a man. Good for him.
And by the way, they're talking about Painter. People are like, he had a stroke. Yeah, but we talked about this the first time we played it. His stroke is like the fifth worst thing about him. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the stroke.
Yeah, he's a mess anyway. Like,
yeah.
He'd be a mess without the stroke.
If he would have done...
a
dumpster fire. Sounds like good old JR. So, Tucker didn't really apologize.
My God, that 25th Amendment is broken in half.
Tucker's latest tweet. Well, boom, I'll find it now.
Why are black people always committing crimes?
Whoa, another tweet. It was another tweet. It was another tweet. Let's see here. Tucker Carlson. All right. Let's see, Tuck. Here's why I didn't air last week's segment. Okay, I got it. Here we go. I love Twitter videos. Here we go.
We wanted to respond to something that happened recently. Last month, a Dutch academic called Rutger Bregman showed up at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and gave a lecture to the attendees. How is it, he wondered, that global elites can say they care so deeply about climate change, yet show up at Davos in private jets? And by the way, how come nobody at Davos ever mentions the epidemic of tax evasion by the world's supposedly progressive billionaire class? Those are both good questions, and they're not asked enough. So last week, we invited Bregman on our show to congratulate him for what he said at Davos. He was in Europe at the time, so we taped the segment in case we needed to fix the delay in the edit booth. We do that a lot. Things went fine for the first few minutes, and then Bregman launched into an attack on Fox News. It's not clear that Bregman has ever seen Fox, but he wanted to make his point. Fine. But then he claimed that my corporate masters tell me what to say on this show, and that was too much. Whatever my faults or those of this channel, nobody in management has ever told us what positions to take on the air. Never. Not one time. We have total freedom here, and we're grateful for that. I've hosted shows on both the other cable channels, so I know firsthand how rare that freedom is. On this show, thanks to Fox, we get to say exactly what we think is true, for better or worse. But there was no convincing Rutger Bregman of that. He knew what he knew. So I did what I try hard never to do on this show, and I was rude. I called him a moron, and then I modified that word with a vulgar Anglo-Saxon term that is also intelligible in Dutch. In my defense, I would say that that was entirely accurate, but you're not allowed to use that word on television. So once I'd said it out loud, there was no airing the segment. As it turns out, Bregman taped our exchange. He released the audio today, and if you like, you can listen to it. There is some profanity, and I apologize for that. On the other hand, it was genuinely heartfelt. I meant it with total sincerity.
God bless you, Tuck.
All right.
That's all you got to do.
Uppercut Grandma with a super chat. I watched some old streams last night. Why did you guys accuse Sticks X and Hammer of being a pedo, only calling it a joke after Medicare owned you?
Oh, my God, this again.
Ooh, so old.
How about this, guy?
Yeah.
How about go back in your little time machine, go back and watch the original stream, since you're an expert on this, and listen to myself or Royce Lopez say Sticks, X, and Hammer and pedo at all in the same context or sentence. I put this out a year ago, and I've yet to have my answer challenged. I will pay you $100 if you can find a clip of me or Royce implicitly stating that Sticks, X, and Hammer is a pedo. Okay? Thanks, guy. You're not going to get the $100.
We made
sure you, just like that old blood sports crowd, loves this little drama. He said this, and then he did a dox and a SWAT, and then a SWAT and a dox. You're one of those fags. And again, you're listening to blood sports repeats from a year ago. For some reason now, Ethan Ralph is cool with us. For some reason now, Andy Worski is cool with us. For some reason, pretty much all of these people are cool with us. So you're kind of behind the times now, pal. But we sent them some information off the air, and then they went on the air and said that we called the man a pedo, which we never did. However, I stand by, and he stands by the fact that when a grown man in his 30s is leaving comments of a dubious nature on the YouTube comments section of a 15, 16-year-old girl who has 200 views on her videos, it's a bad look. It's fucking weird. And that was the only issue. This is the only thing we ever brought up. That is what we brought up. Creepy cross-dressing shit and no shirt. So go ahead, buddy. Go find the clip. $100 for you. PayPal it right to you tonight. But you're not going to find that clip. You're going to find a lot of, well, he said this, and this guy said that, and then they said this. Find the clip of us saying it, and I'll give you $100, guy. Deal?
And then, by the way, it says, and after Medicare owned you, Medicare didn't own us. As a matter of fact, the only time Medicare got into that call was when Sticks said explicitly, we're going to flag their channel. And there is a clip of Sticks saying, what if we flag their channel? And that's when Medicare goes. He goes, you don't do that. Don't do that. So you got it kind of all messed up. All messed up.
It's just like, It'd be a year and a half later, and these
I know,
old
but
IBS
that's all they
fags
have.
come out and go,
That's all they have. Move
Remember
on.
the time that you called a shirtless Satanist creep a possible potential predator? Called him out for his potentially predatory actions on YouTube, and then showed a picture of him wearing makeup like a faggot? Sorry, we ruined your life. Sorry, but you can still go listen to Styx.
Yeah.
Or the better version of Styx, Razor Fist. Either way, do what you want, but take that trash somewhere else. You're the only one still fucking harping on this.
Styx, Razor Fist, and Anomaly look like an evolution of a Pokemon.
It's true. It's true. Fucking Styx is the anime, fucking Razor Fist is the manga, and then Anomaly is the fucking Netflix adaptation.
Yeah. Daniel Chammy says, thoughts on Medicare and the weekly sweat. I don't know. I don't really follow that stuff. I couldn't tell you. I know. Dude, we have so much of our own radio shit. We got to do 4 hours of our own content. I don't really, be honest with you.
Yeah, and it's not
and when
even-
I do listen to support people, I support my friends.
Yeah,
Like,
I support the people that support us.
exactly. Like, I'll listen to Unirock when he comes on, and I'll hang out in his chat. I try to listen to AG when he comes on. Well, when
Pod
he was
Awful
coming
is
on.
another one that I'm
Pod
always
Awful.
popping in. Like,
Exactly.
There's enough of it's basically 4 hours of content I got to make a day. 4 hours of content a day he's got to make. Then on top of that, we are overwhelmed with people that are like, could you please check out my thing? Could you tweet my thing? Can you play this on your show? Can you hype it? There's so much of that going on that we just genuinely don't care. And it's not, I love Medicare stuff. I like some of Worski's stuff. I like Ethan Ralph that does a great show, but unfortunately, Ethan Ralph's show is on the exact same time as mine.
Right.
There's no bad blood, but it's like, I don't have time to... I can't do a show and also watch Ethan Ralph in the background. And yeah, by the time the weekend comes, we got Blues Doll, we got Count Cuckula, we got Legal Latino Heat. You know what I mean? Like, we've got people that have supported us from day one that we need to then in turn support. Otherwise, what's the point? We got Hydra up in this bitch. So support those guys. Like, we have our own kind of little extended universe here.
We like our universe. We like being... Look, man, when all that stuff happened, when that 6-on-2 gangbang that happened when we went on Tonka Saw's stupid stream, we said when we left that, we're like, fine, okay, the IBS community could hate us. We don't care. We want to do our own show. We're doing our own thing. And if you like us, you listen to us. If you don't, you fucking don't. And by the way, like Mike says, we're fine with 4 out of those 6 people now. So, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, all those people are cool with us, except for the ones who are literally indifferent to us.
Right.
So there's no there's like a small pocket of you, creepy, like the kind of weirdos that still listen to like Tonka Saw and Vamp Candy, like you weirdos that are trying to relive a year ago. Man, remember when we used to have 5,000 people in the chat in the afternoon, and man, everybody was calling each other pedophiles. That was awesome. And then you come here to relive those days. This ain't the same show, guy. Sorry.
Frozen Nation says, they're just trying to do their show, man. Trademark JJ Stoner. By the way, JJ Stoner on Twitch. He needs some more people following him. Post your link in there, JJ. All right, let's move on. Oh, man. You know what we haven't done in a little bit, Mike? You know what we haven't done in a little bit?
Our boy Dilley.
The Dillster.
I love you're still. Before we get to Dilley, I'm really genuinely amused at how many people are writing walls of text about this still.
I know, it's crazy.
Dude, you guys are talking about a stream from a year ago. Can you imagine that? Like, there's shows from last week. Like, there are bits that these fucking listeners remind me we did last week that I forgot that we did last week. Holy shit. Imagine being that guy. Imagine being an internet historian.
Right.
Like, you should fucking hang yourself.
All right,
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, of course. What kind of audio interface are you guys using? Seriously, we have a board and microphones. I appreciate the super chat, but come on. And then Daniel Charmy says, Ralph kills the humor on his own show. Don't stop. Come on. we don't care. We don't get into that fucking drama. I don't care.
Can I answer Mr. Lax's
Sure, go
question?
ahead.
What kind of audio interface are you guys using? Well, what we're using is a Shure MX904 with special cables, custom made, and then we use all our equipment here is HP, and then well, that would be terrible actually.
That'd be fun.
Imagine
HP would
running
be
this
fun.
whole studio on HP.
You kidding me?
Dilley,
Oh,
author of this book, down here.
His
That's
book.
Still Breathing. The Wisdom and Teachings of a Perfectly Flawed Man. And that we listened to the Allman Brothers this morning. Little Midnight Rider. It just felt like a 70s hot riding kind of mood.
He's doing it again, by the way. He's wearing the not in the military, but I want to pretend I'm in the military outfit.
Thought I would play that for you guys. Get you going. Hang on one second. Still tinkering around. Got to get our day going here. They've already taken away my chat, so. There we go. All right. I got the chat on the computer in front of me. Wow, what a Tuesday. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day today. It's going to be a great day. We had fun yesterday with Jussie Smollett. Little Jussie Smollett, 1929 Brooklyn bomber.
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows what you're talking about, Dilley. You fucking loser.
Wait, is this a Dilley drop? Is that code?
This is a Dilley drop. Yeah, this is a Dilley. Dude, we just got to drop some fresh drops for you.
We also discussed
Listen to him
thoroughly
fucking- Listen to
yesterday.
him taking sips, slurping through those big N-word lips.
Yeah.
Those big Jussie Smollett lips. He's just like, anyway, guys. Yeah, deep state stuff. Hang on. Like, he's just like, hey, you're on the radio, dickhead. We're on the Paris scoping. You're scoping.
The disgusting and annoying and Catbox Coulter.
Somebody said
From
he's
now
dressed
on,
like, Danny Saint said he's dressed like 2008 John Cena.
Yeah, that's right.
When he does the fucking day for the troops or whatever. What is it? What do they call that? The thing for the troops?
Yeah, I know.
Something for the troops.
Right.
But yeah, that's it. When John Cena's like standing on a tank.
With his dog tags.
Ann Coulter will forever be known as Ann Catbox Coulter. Yes, I realize it sounds like a jazz singer's name or a jazz artist's name. Like she should be just playing like the saxophone.
The thing about Dilley is he just doesn't give you drops, but he's also really funny.
Kind of like the Babe Ruth had like all kinds of names. So if he's Jussie Smollett, you know, we got to come up with the scammer from Alabama.
Somebody said that Dilley looks like Mike Tomlin in Whiteface.
Mike Tomlin in Whiteface. That's very good.
That's very good.
Bammer? What do you guys think, huh? I don't know where he's from originally.
Derek Supernaut says, go after Joe Rogan, not Dilley. Hey, Supernaut, go fuck yourself and leave. There you go. Now it's solved.
Hang on, I'll make it easier. Boom. Hide user from channel. I've done that to like 2 people today. It's fun.
Bye.
But we got to give him multiple nicknames because he sounds like a 1929 baseball player. And we also talked about Ann Catbox Coulter. We covered that. Had a lot of fun yesterday. And today we're going to have some fun as well.
I doubt
We're
it.
going to actually start out the gate on something that I noticed. And it wasn't really reported. We're going to actually touch on both aspects of this interview. One that was heavily reported and one that was completely not reported, okay? Let's start with the one that was not reported that I caught.
That he caught. He caught this. This is something that's... The thing with Dilley is he's like the goalie. Like, you know, do you think it's going to slip through the cracks? But Dilley's here to grab the info and bring it to you.
I wish he was a goalie. But instead of firing a hockey puck at him, it could be like a train. Could he be like a train goalie?
Well, then he would just die.
Horizontal Harris, Kamala, or come all over me, is what I mean to say. That's how Willie Brown knows her, is come all over me.
You saw Roseanne interviewed him, right?
Wait, Roseanne interviewed
Dilley.
No.
You haven't seen this?
No, what happened to her, man?
Hold on, I got it.
By the way, I mean, Dilley, I understand come all over me and all that stuff. We all say shit about politicians we don't like. It's still a United States senator. Right?
Come all over me.
Right? That's still somebody's wife. And again, I'm sure they're going to be, you leftists, bunch of leftists, they're the enemy. All right, I get it. But like, that is somebody's wife and a United States senator. You're talking about coming all over. It's just weird.
Somebody goes, how can someone talk so much and say so little? That's exactly what Dilley is. So here he
went
is.
to the Joey Gibson School of Communication.
Yep. We got a $2 super chat from Jeff Jefferson. Hi, POTUS. And Nat Close says, Nightwave is cool with Daywave now. LOL.
What happened? What happened to Roseanne's life?
Zen Rhino says, hey, new fags, if you don't learn to be cool, you'll never get to be old fags like us. You'll never get legendary status if you act like that guy. Donate to ROCC Streamlabs. Smash the like button and share on social media. Thank you, Zen.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And anybody who's like, you're no different than Owen, you're censoring people. Yeah, if I don't like you, if he doesn't like you, there's no reason to have you around if you're unpleasant, right?
Especially when you're just being fucking... Again, it's
not criticism. If you go, hey man, you know, why is Royce's mic so low and Mersh's, you know, or so high?
Yeah.
Could you fix that? That's constructive criticism. You know, hey guys, if you considered having so and so on, hey, I don't agree with you, Mersh. I think you're a fucking idiot this time. That kind of stuff's all fun. But yeah, anything involving a year ago stream about sticks, I'm just gonna pop you because you're not even funny. At least take shots at us and be funny.
By the way, and he called me Opie, so fuck him. I'm already on board. You could fucking leave, pal.
Who called you Opie?
That same guy that you just timed. The same guy that you did through channel.
Yeah, he's gone. Bye.
All right, here you go.
Hi, it's Roseanne, and I'm here at Full Moon High Tide Studios.
Instead of an ABC where I should have been, but in 2-man, I had to pop Percocets and sit on Twitter all night and rant about the N-words. So here I am with Brendan Dilley now. That's basically what happened.
I can say anything I want to say, and I can't get fired.
Yeah, good for you, Anthony Cumia. Good for you.
Congratulations, and I'm sure you love it.
She really did follow Anthony Cumia's business model. I'm just going to rant about niggers on Twitter, Dan. Well, you're probably going to lose your ABC gig. Roseanne, that's kind of what happens.
Ginger McQueen, hi Ginger, with a $10 super chat. Hi POTUS.
Which is it's great.
The way I do it from my house.
Yeah, you do a great podcast. What's it called?
I get to do a podcast or a Periscope.
Mike's on the floor now. Mike's on the floor and Yuki's concerned. Mike's on the floor now, and Yuki's concerned.
Oh, shit.
Don't get why he can't take it seriously.
Fuck. Okay, that was...
You do a great podcast.
Oh, that was great. You do a great podcast. What's he calling him? He wants nothing to do with this idiot.
Dan's like, Roseanne buried this guy.
It's the real Hub Life is my account, and Still Breathing with Brendan Dilley.
And your name is Brendan Dilley.
Yeah, I'm an author.
Yeah.
What is she? She's on some stuff, right?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. By the way, I love how classy she has her Marlboros right there on the fucking on the stool.
I got to say this. I suspect that she's got a pill problem, and I'm only speculating.
Of course, we don't know for sure.
But her behavior and her habits remind me of a young man I knew growing up by the name of Mike Sheely, who also used to pop pills and tweet sometimes, and it wasn't a good look. I'm just saying, they killed her off with a fucking pill overdose, which I think was a direct middle finger and a shot. That's what I think it is. I think it's that.
And you're a life coach as well, right?
Yeah, I am.
And you are a firm Republican, right?
By the way, look how short Dilley is. His feet are barely touching the ground. No, seriously, look at his feet. His feet are barely touching the ground.
Well, I don't know if I would call myself a Republican. I guess I would call myself a Trump Republican. Is more kind of
where I
What's the
difference?
I don't really have any sort of principles. I don't really have any sort of foundation of belief system, so I just follow this guy who has a cult personality, so I could sell coffee. Basically, I like to just rally behind a guy like a winning symbol like Trump. but I'm not really a Republican in that I don't have any actual beliefs. That's what his answer.
God, he really is so embarrassed. He's the fucking worst. Now we've been playing. I do
like Finley McNevin in the chat says Orange Man good, and it is. It's just as retarded. It's just as retarded as Orange Man bad.
It's the same thing.
The only thing worse than Orange Man bad are all the Brendan Dilleys of the world going, man, isn't Trump awesome? His bill got thrown out on the Senate floor today. He didn't even give a fuck, dude. And you're like, that's not a good thing. You don't want your bill to be thrown out on the Senate.
So there's the channel where we pull these Dilley videos from is called Informative Info.
Yeah, this guy.
And he said if we played another Dilley video, he would. Well, let him say it himself.
All right, and whoever's trying to call me from an unknown
That was
number,
me. That was me.
Your shit. All right. I mean, I'm tired of you revenge of the cis motherfuckers coming over here and trying to fucking troll me.
He's tired.
Mean, I can easily, and just remember this, guys. You guys are making a big deal with fucking you had Unirock on and all the other crap, and you're like talking about a strike. I can easily strike you and remove your channel because you've obviously made at least 8 videos on my channel talking crap. And
First off, you stupid idiot, they're Brendan Dilley's videos, and you're hosting them on YouTube. So they're not your videos to begin with, you fucking loser. Secondly, have you learned nothing?
And I can easily strike you and remove your channel.
That's why I don't even want to give this guy any fucking play because he's a nobody. Like, he wants to strike us because he wants followers.
He wants the attention.
He wants
you think?
the attention. This guy's fucking nobody to me. Like, I don't even. I'll roll right past this guy because you're not even anybody. You don't do a show.
He's the Outlaws?
You post Dilley clips, dude. Yeah, like, come on, man. We're Pac. We're Biggie, and you're the Outlaws. And Tupac's not even around right now to fight in the street. I got to deal with you two? No.
No,
Get
sorry.
out of here. I'm not fighting the NWOB squad, okay? Get fucking Luger in here or get Scott Steiner in here or no match, okay? Enough of this shit. No, seriously.
Okay?
I'm not, okay? Don't come up here with fucking Vincent and the fucking Disciple and Buff Bagwell, all right? Get me a good opponent, okay? It's just going to be Sam Tripoli impressions now. All the time. I'm going to do a whole show as Sam Tripoli one night till I have no voice. You got to be careful who you fucking following, who you listening to. All right? Sorry.
Oh, do I have something for you? Do I have something for you?
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Today, we're talking to the grown-ups and educators. We're talking about a few tips for keeping classrooms queer inclusive.
Talking to educators because we got to make sure teachers are turning your kids into gays. Hey, educators, come here. Let me tell you. Let me show you how to turn all your kids into fairies.
I hate this woman.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Queer Kid Stuff.
It's never enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
It's never, ever enough with these people.
You are enough.
Remember
You're Queer Kid Stuff.
Remember when it was like, we just want to get married and be left alone?
Somebody goes, I still dream of a Queer Kid Stuff ROTC crossover where it'll be Royce and Lindsay for a week, and you have to host Queer Kid Stuff with Teddy. We just do one swap out.
At least I'm getting the cool one.
You get Teddy? You're right. I get Lindsay. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll get the Teddy.
You'll see Mike sitting on the stream offering Teddy cigarettes.
Oh,
Hey, you want to smoke, Teddy?
Yeah, me and Teddy be smoking weed. It'll be just like
Partying.
the movie Ted.
Ready?
Okay. Today, we're giving classroom tips for teachers. First, I wanted a little bit of help from someone who's an expert at this.
I hate her cadence.
Hi, Lindsay.
I hate it. She speaks like a child molester. I'm sorry. She talks like a child molester.
Yeah, she does talk like one. Agreed.
I can say that.
No, of course you can.
I am not. Look, I want to make it very clear. I am
Lindsay
not-
is not a child molester.
I am not. Well, I'm not even going to say she's definitely not, but I am not accusing
her,
Linz, of being a child molester. But she speaks with the cadence of a child molester.
The only thing I am 100% sure of is Jordan Peterson does not fuck his daughter.
Well, we can agree there.
We agree
there that there has Never, ever, ever been any concrete proof presented to us that Jordan Peterson has ever fucked his daughter.
It's very important that you guys remember that, okay? Good.
Hi, Teddy.
Hi, Megan.
Oh, Megan, what are your pronouns and how do you identify?
My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I identify as a black queer woman.
I still hate this pronouns thing. This has to go. I am not agreeing to this. I never agreed to this. We never got a fucking.
We never voted. We never got a consent
amendment on it or anything. We never got a what is it called when you have when you vote on an issue? Not a politician.
We never got a referendum?
There you go. We never got a referendum on if I got to call you they, them, their.
Exactly.
No. I never signed off on that.
An edumacator?
Yeah, Teddy. I help teachers make their classes and schools more queer inclusive.
Oh, so you're a degenerate.
Right, so you're ruining children.
You're a paid degenerate.
You're
who's out
increasing
to
the
ruin
suicide
kids.
rate of children.
You're murdering children.
Good job. That's fucking great.
That's awesome.
I think so too, Teddy. Megan, I thought we could give a few tips and tricks to our teacher friends to help them make their
I
classrooms
love that
more
they have to
inclusive.
create these safe space hug boxes to do these sketches in and to film and to like clear the comment section and to lock everything down. These people cannot be exposed to any genuine feelings or thoughts because they're all repulsed by these people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Tip number 1. Instead of saying boys and girls, say friends.
Or
my little niggas.
Yeah, I like little niggas.
Little niggas?
What's up, little
What's
niggas?
up, little niggas?
And I like it because it's a gender neutral.
Yeah, gender neutral. I like that.
That is a gender neutral
Tip 1.
group way of also, how about just I use men and I don't use boys and girls, because I'm an adult and I fucking don't.
Men and women, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't talk like a diddler. I just stop myself. So I say men and women, and that's it. And that's all there is in this world. I hate to break it to you.
Hey, what's up? Unirock's in the chat. Yeah, Unirock gets a wrench, obviously. All right, here we go.
Oh, great. Now we're going to
pals.
have a bunch of hit piece videos.
Colleagues.
Unirock's got a wrench in the ROTC room. They're working together.
Take him
They're
down.
working together on gay ops. I saw him in a Discord, and he said hello politely.
Keep it gender neutral.
Tip number 2. Don't assume your students all have a mom and a dad. Families can look lots of different ways. Maybe they're raised by one parent.
Or maybe they have lots and lots of parents.
This is how you do that, kids. If you're watching this at home, if 2 guys drop off your friend to school, and you go, "Hey, where's your mom?" And they go, "No, I have two dads." The only appropriate response is to go, "That's gay," and then mock that child mercilessly.
Which one teaches you to shave, or they do it at the same time? Is it at the same time kind of thing?
They shave your pubes, homo? That's how you treat it.
Now, come on, let's go hang out.
Such pieces of shit we are.
Parents and even grandparents in their house.
Or maybe they have trans or non-binary parents, or have 2 moms or 2 dads.
Tip number 3. Don't be afraid to step in and talk to your students when they have questions about gender and sexuality. An unanswered question can lead to confusion. If you don't feel like you can answer a student's question, take a look at some of our videos, do a quick Google search to learn more, or ask someone who
That's
might know
right.
the
Have
answer.
Google raise your children.
Tip number 4.
That's what you want.
Keep a well-stocked library. There are tons of books out there.
Hey, Mike. Did you ever look into what books the Nazis were burning? Like, do we know it was just like a specific kind of books they were burning? Books about teddy bears? Books about ska dancers? I'm sorry, you're pointing at the screen. I don't know what you're talking about here.
So there were these. There was this place. Can't remember the name of it right now. But it was like some Jew doctor guy who was pushing trans stuff and child sexual liberation and all kinds of other degeneracy. And it was this sex research center that had all their books burned. All this stuff about how it's okay to make your little boys little girls. Things like that.
That's weird. Not that that's right. Look, again, Nazis are terrible. I want to be clear. We're not Candace Owing here. They're fucking terrible Nazis. But
yeah, they weren't burning Darwin's fucking works.
Right,
You know what
correct.
I mean?
Correct.
Let's relax here.
That's a good point. They weren't burning science books.
They weren't like, what was it, fucking Isaac Newton? Burn it all! You're like, wait, no, but if you're, the gravity is still going to be a contributing factor to things. No, they only burned the tranny, degenerate, disgusting, sexual liberation books.
For kids that are diverse and queer inclusive, like Call Me Tree, a book about a
Rantingly
child.
said, thanks for clearing up my confusion, bow tie man lady.
Who grows from the inside out.
I also really love Red, a crayon story about a crayon that's just a little bit different.
Then it's not red. Like it's not
I'm
red
gonna write
anymore.
a book about a green crayon called Red.
But you're clearly green. Call me Red.
Is for activists.
Exactly. And finally, tip.
Oh, can I do the last one?
No.
Is
Sure,
anyone else
Teddy.
hearing that German marching song Erica playing in their head right now? Because that's all I can think of while they keep popping these little books on the screen.
It's a very specific song, Mike.
You know, it's like, seriously, there are times where you look back in history and they go like, well, how could they do something like that? How could certain cultures take like political dissidents and just shoot them in the street? And then there's people, I see clips like this and I'm like, if my government called on me to drag these people out and present them to them in some kind of large, ironically bundle of sticks, I would arrive with them and hand them off.
With this playing in the background?
Yeah, and I would stick around and I would light a cigar, and that would be it. I could watch certain disgusting, degenerate subversives burn at the stake, and I could sit there and eat a hot dog. Like there's no, you know what I mean? There are some times in life where you go, this is a horrible thing. There's other times where you're like, open your eyes and look.
By the way, super chat. Dilley is a young, bloated Jim Rome. I'm sorry I missed that earlier. That's a very,
funny.
very good one.
Tip number 5. Tell your students your pronouns and ask them for theirs.
It's a really great practice for kids to share their pronouns.
And those
Tom
are
Julio goes, get another. He looks like Mongoloid Cena.
our tips. Megan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you so much for watching Queer Kid Stuff. I hope these tips will help you keep your classroom a little more queer inclusive. We just launched activities.
We want to speed up the end of the world as fast as possible.
Yeah,
we want to get there lightning quick.
That's right. We want to turn your little boys into little girls and build that third temple. Let's go.
Let's do it quickly now.
Sheets for our videos we worked on with the It Gets Better project. You can use those with your students along with some of our videos. So please check those out in the description.
At this point, the It Gets Better project should just be aimed at white kids because they're the little straight white kids because they're the ones that are fucking being bullied now. We just saw the fucking a conservative get punched in the mouth for no reason. For no reason. You're not the oppressed anymore. You're the oppressors. How do you not see that?
I wish we could go around like that Berkeley kid.
And cracking skulls.
People in the face.
Yeah, but you can't do that because of optics.
Description box below and on our website.
I'd like to see
if
one
you
of
like
these
what
guys all at one of these like trans rallies and just pop Lindsay right in the nose and watch everybody scatter like that mall video. It's just everybody running and screaming.
we do, you can support us.
It's like the Great White Fire.
I want to jump into one of their rallies from above, like in that fucking scene from The Watchmen. That's like the ultimate fucking fantasy. If you watch the comedian just shooting rubber bullets into a crowd,
that was so great.
If you don't get off on that, I don't know what's wrong with you.
That was That was one of my favorite scenes in that
It's
movie.
the best scene in the movie. I love the comedian.
Via PayPal or become a monthly patron.
Protect them
like
from
these
what? You kidding me? From themselves. Love the comedian.
folks over there.
We'll
see you next time at Queer Kid Stuff.
So now, yeah, she's been doing this and she's been doing the religious stuff lately too, as well. All right, probably could sneak one more thing in.
Do you want me to say it? Should I say it anyway, though?
Say what?
Let's not go early.
Hey, no, not early.
Can of Coke and a sandwich, crinkling fucking foil.
All right,
here's. Do me a favor. Go get me a chicken parm sandwich. I know we're live on the air.
You know what? Yeah, we could do this. It's only 3 minutes.
No.
New song.
No.
You love songs.
No.
Songs are your favorite.
No.
They're the best.
No.
This song is called...
It's not. It's not.
This
We're
song,
not doing this.
This song's called Where We Go One, We Go All. It's a new acoustic song by Dilley. What? Mike, let him... Can you at least get to the hook before you criticize him?
These people really... It's fucking almost March of 2019. These people not get the cue's not real, right? He's not coming. Jeff Sessions was removed like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
For Filipino Shay. Looks like we found our new Big Don replacement. Did toy with a super chat. Do you think his moms knew he was gay when they named him Jussie? Look, he's already going to be gay anyway. We might as well name him Jussie. It was really good.
Drain the swamp from these hollowed halls.
That's actually pretty good. So drain the swamp. What he means is like the swamp of politics. Like DC is a swamp.
Sweet DC's a swamp.
I haven't heard that before.
That's really good. You think that'll
Trump
catch
really
on?
needs to run on that.
Dilley, can you have the inside source? Can you send that to him?
Well, I said dredge the swamp, and then someone just didn't type it incorrectly.
It's the wrong thing.
I was going to make the swamp deeper.
Where we go on, we go on. Where we go on, we go on. Road ahead is clear.
Dude, and you know what? This video's taking off. As of this guy has 0 subscribers and 15 views now.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we could signal boost him. Everybody, please help him out. Look, the only way to save this country is to listen to some Simon and Garfunkel cover band sing about the swamp.
Can I just describe this song in one word?
Sure. Is it the N-word?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. All right, we do have to go. You got lucky. We're not going to play the whole song because we have to go. You see how you guys lucked out? You see? All right, Mike, Nightwave tonight?
Yeah, I'll see you guys all day.
So there'll be a Nightwave. I will be on tomorrow with Daywave, youtube.com/Daywave Live. We've been having fun in the mornings. So if you want to come and hang out, you could do that.
Also, just a reminder out there, Steven Crowder is gay.
Okay, don't forget. Write that down. Wait, hold on. Everyone get a pen. All right. Yeah, Steven Crowder is gay. Write that down, please.
And also, if you get an old cartridge of Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and you type Steven Crowder is gay into the password thing, it takes you right to Super Macho Man.
That's true.
A
That's
lot of
fact.
people don't know that.
But you have to blow him. All right.
Unlocks a new level.
It's a new level. You have to blow Mike Tyson.
Oh, you trying to come first? You gotta like chant. You gotta do the double taps on the buttons. I gotta make him come before he makes me come. Otherwise, I'm the gay one.
That's a good way to end the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Revenge of the Sis.